The energy of gratitude. It's a high frequency. Holding gratitude, experiencing gratitude, or simply speaking a grateful sentence. I am thankful for my health. I am thankful for this opportunity. I am thankful that I have a family. Whatever it is, that is gratitude, and that is drawing the energy of gratitude towards you. Remember the old beautiful law of attraction, like attracts like. So as we express gratitude, or we even express gratitude in advance of something that we want to have happen, it's more likely to draw that energy towards us. I'd like to share a story that happened not even an hour ago, and it has to do with the energy of gratitude and how that took an impossible situation and turned it into a possible one. So a lot of you know, my husband is chemo. He has a diagnosis of 4-stage cancer. He had a chemo session this morning. Jim is at the place where he can walk with a walker, and that's a stretch. We live in an old building in South Florida on the 5th floor, and the elevator was out this morning, and we were getting ready to leave to go to his chemo session, and we had plenty of time. We were so proud of ourselves, and all of a sudden the exterminators walk in to do the whole building, right? So we were like, oh, okay, time out. So we spent a little time with that, no problem. We were way ahead of a time. We got to the elevators and they didn't work. Now, we live on the 5th floor, and there's little half stairways. So there's 10 stairways we get to go up and down to come to the 5th floor. Now, I run up and down them every day for exercise, and I don't even use the elevator. However, it's a different story with Jim. So he thought he could get down the stairs to get to his chemo treatment. So he got himself over there and held very carefully he held both hands on the rail and took one step and the other one met it. And then he moved his hands and he took another step and his other foot met it. And we did that for 88 steps. I know because I count them every time I run up and down them. So it took 88 of those, and we got him downstairs. And that was a miracle. And I was so grateful. So the energy of gratitude that I had when we started was that Jim was willing to do it, and that we would figure it out from there. And it never once occurred to me that he would not make it all the way down, because I kept that energy of gratitude flowing throughout all of it, throughout all of the little steps on the way down. Then we got down to the bottom and we got in the car, and we live on a barrier island, and we were like, oh boy, we're going to hit the bridge. That's something that I'm always grateful for, is that we live on a barrier island, and whenever the bridge goes up, I'm always grateful that I live on a barrier island instead of being upset that the bridge has just messed up where I'm supposed to be. So the other thing I'm really grateful for is it's high season, and there are tourists here everywhere, and I am so grateful that people can come to South Florida and enjoy the weather and see the beaches and bring their families. So instead of being frustrated by the traffic, I am grateful that all of these people get to come enjoy what I know to be true of South Florida. Well, as the angels would have it, every time I get in the car, I thank my angels. I say, thank you, angels. I am so grateful for the love, the nurturing, and the safety that you bring me. And then I always make the intention, please get me to my appointment safely and on time, and make sure everyone else on the road is safe. I say that every time I get in my car and I turn it on. So the angels were with us, and don't you know, that bridge should have gone up, but I'm telling you, they just took us right over that bridge before it went up, and we actually made it 10 minutes early to Jim's appointment. I couldn't believe it with everything that happened, because it took him 20 minutes to get down the stairs. So then we got there, and Jim didn't have the strength to walk himself to the appointment, even with his walker. So no problem, I went in to get a wheelchair, and there were none. So I stayed in a space of gratitude and possibility, and I went upstairs, and there were no wheelchairs up there, and they said, go ask the valet, and I asked the valet, and there were no wheelchairs that he could get. So I went back up, what's possible, I went back upstairs one more time, and they were able to pull a wheelchair out of the infusion department so that I could borrow it to go down and get Jim, bring him up, and leave and get him to his infusion right on time. It was a miracle. Everything about it was a miracle. And I am convinced it's because I stayed in the flow, because I chose gratitude. Every single decision went back to gratitude. So I invite you to embody the energy of gratitude. It is a very high frequency. And it doesn't take somebody that's a Reiki master or a yoga master or an energy master to do that. All it takes is intention. I intend to be grateful. I am grateful for. And I do this all day long. So this is to be continued. I found out minutes ago that our elevator is broken. It's missing a part. They need to ship in a part and they have no idea when it's going to be repaired. So I get to figure out, well, the energy and I and the gratitude and our angels get to figure out how we will get Jim back up those 10 flights of stairs that make the 5 flights that live to us. And then I've got to get him back at 9 o'clock in the morning for his follow-up chemo shot after this treatment that he has this afternoon. So stay tuned. We will let you know how the energy of gratitude helped us work all of this out, kept the possibilities open, and we were able to be successful in the next step, which is to get Jim home, get him back upstairs, get him downstairs again tomorrow there, and all the way back, probably without an elevator. I'm also open to the miracle that the gratitude gets the elevator fixed by tomorrow too. Here's to gratitude. I'm Connie Keene with Quantum Energy Infusion, where everything is energy.